Good morning. Check the hair. How we doing here? Good morning and happy Monday. Good to get that weekend out of the way, right? So you can get right back to work. Yeehaw. Okay, maybe I'm being facetious a little bit. It's all about your thoughts. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? It's all about how you think about it, right? Mondays are fresh starts. There are new weeks, new beginnings. Sounds better than back to work day, right? So, anyway, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I sure did. A cooking class on Saturday, and yesterday I went to see a movie with my mom. We went to the Crazy Rich Asians, I think it's called. It was super cute, super cute. Oh, you don't start until 11:30 today. That's nice. Yeah, well, doing Facebook Live early each morning is like keeps me accountable. It gets my ass out of bed and makes me get dressed every day. Some days more than others, and keeps me in the groove at 7:30 a.m. in Arizona. Woohoo! So anyway, my neighbors have a new yard guy, I think, and somebody's out there with mowers and blowers and all kinds of stuff. So I did put on my mic today just to make sure that the sound was okay. So hopefully they don't decide to come blow like right outside my window here. Because that happened to me last week during my BQH session. It's like the landscapers showed up and oh my God, it was so distracting for me. I had a hard time. So anyway, super cute movie. Just a nice, easy afternoon with the mama. Ate a little sourdough bread. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Dipped in some olive oil with Italian seasonings. Excellent. So, after I baked it yesterday, I did it after my show yesterday, and it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. I was really worried about the part of getting the hot Dutch oven out of the oven, getting the loaf out of the basket into there really super fast, and getting it all back in without burning myself or dropping it or something. And that piece of cake was no problem. So now I don't feel so intimidated. Now I can do this. So if anybody wants sourdough starter, I have some that I'm continuing to grow, and it's really yummy. I love sourdough. Oh yeah, I bet you were jealous. I would be jealous too. Bread is just like of heaven, and this has hardly anything in it. I mean, really, all it has is bread and water, and flour and water, salt. That's it. That's all it has in it. So, and the starter, which is basically just flour and water and the starter. So, but having the starter sit, that's the key there. But you keep adding to this starter every day and keeping it alive. And if it starts to get too full, you throw some out and then add new flour and water to it every day. And so, some recipes call for quite a bit. Our recipe called for how much? I don't remember now. I'll have to look. I'm not good with remembering that stuff. So anyway, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm going to do it again. All on my own. See how I do. So today's chapter, this is really good stuff. This is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. And it's called Who We Are and What We Know. To arrive at understanding from being one's true self is called nature. To arrive at being one's true self from understanding is called culture. That's by Confucius. It seems we all learn in two ongoing ways. Being who we are helps us to know more about this life, and what we learn helps us to be who we are. If we look at how we move through our days, we can see that we are all made of different mixtures of nature and culture. As a boy, I burned my hand on a stove and understand the dangers of heat. When experience is the teacher, I am a child of nature. As a teenager, I listen to others about the failures in love, and this knowing shapes how I try. Here, understanding is the teacher, and in this moment, I am a child of culture. I must confess that encountering these definitions changed how I see myself. For instantly, I realized that though I prided myself on being deeply natural and experiential, I was, in fact, very cultural, mostly a watcher. It has since become clear that the danger for a natural learner is avoiding the need to turn one's experience into understanding. At these times, we become the flighty one who never strings the hurts and joys together into a lesson, the one who repeats everything. Anybody else ever done that? The danger for a cultural learner, however, is avoiding the need to turn one's understanding into experience. At these times, we are the weighty one who considers everything but never acts, the one who never engages anything. Either way, when we falter in applying who we are to what we know, we experience a lapse in being real. This is a chronic condition that I, for one, have experienced often. Indeed, as birds fly and molt, as spiders spin and trap, as snakes slither and shed, humans care and know. And as the bird can't find much to do with its fallen feathers, as the spider spins and gets stuck in its web, as the snake ignores its already forgotten skin, we are left with our knowledge, intent that it be useful. But the use, it seems, is in the caring. Yeah, I've had this, I know I've said before, because like in high school and stuff, your parents are always trying to give you great advice and how to avoid pitfalls and hurts and broken hearts and stuff like that. And I had to do it all my way. I had to learn it for myself. And I've often said in my adult life, if I'd just listened to my parents back then, my life would have been really different. Hi, Mindy. I wouldn't have had to go through so much heartache and disappointments. And the truth of the matter is, though, if I hadn't gone through those, I wouldn't be being who I am, right? I think we have to touch that stove sometimes and understand that the heat will hurt. Just like we have to put our hearts out there sometimes and understand that they can be broken. And when they break, then we have to look at how it has affected our lives. And we have to look at, hi Emily, we have to look at the lessons, and we have to learn the lessons, and we learn it from experience, not from somebody telling us about it. And it's kind of, it's kind of a hard place to be because, there's beauty and grace in both of those. And so, some great food for thought today. Here's the exercise. I'm just skimming to see if there's something we can do real quick. We can. Okay, so close your eyes. Center yourself. And as you breathe, look over your life and try to discover whether you are more natural or cultural in how you learn. Breathe steadily and ask yourself Who is your primary teacher? Experience or understanding? Note which is your strength and which you could invite more fully into your life. So I'd love to hear your feedback on this, guys. If anybody wants to pipe in or send me a message. Experience or understanding? What means more to you? How have you learned your lessons in your life? Do you have any regrets about that? Do you wish that you would have done something different? So are you a child of nature? Or are you a child of culture? There are pluses and minuses to both. And maybe we have to have a balance of both, We don't have to experience everything firsthand. Maybe, of course we don't want to experience everything firsthand, God knows I don't want the burdens that some other people have, and God knows other people don't want all of mine. But is there a balance in there? Because truly to experience it firsthand, to touch the hot stove, for example, and know that it hurts, there's value in that too. So, sorry, I keep hitting those. Let's pull a postcard from Spirit today, shall we? Oh, yeah. You know what? I think that when we do experience these things, we do kind of start to block them in a way that it's like, oh, I don't think I ever want to go through that again, right? Yeah, I'm kind of with that. I'm like that with relationships. It's like, there's a part of me that would love to have a companion, somebody who, I guess that perfect relationship we all dream of, and some have. A lot of people have it, I'm sure. I don't know. I can't honestly say that I truly have. Maybe on my part, but not always on the other person's part. But yeah, you kind of get to, I'm to a point anyway where I'm like, I don't need it, I got my dog, I got my friends, I got my work, I got my soul tribe, I have my family. Shit, what else do I need? Do I really need to go through that anymore? And I think we might be missing the point here too. This is just a little aha I just got, is that have we really spent the time to understand it, why it happened, what our part in it was? Maybe what we could have done differently. Because I think that once we can do that, then we can break the cycle. That's kind of what he's saying here, right? So you don't keep experiencing the same thing over and over. There you go. There's your big one. He will join you when you're ready, Miss Kerri. Yeah, I know. Everybody says that, and I know that. But there you go. That's a great aha, right? I think so. It is for me anyway. I look at the parts of the relationship as far as like the working parts of it. And honestly, throughout my life, I have chosen men who have been unavailable in some way. I've had some really great loves in my life. Don't get me wrong. I've had some beautiful experiences. And most of the men that I've been with have been unavailable in some way, whether it's physically unavailable, whether it's emotionally unavailable, just not on the same wavelength sometimes. And I have to look at my role in that. Am I playing it safe by choosing people who are not really, truly, fully available? Oh, I am a catch. Thank you, Amanda. Yes, that's fine. I got you. I got you. I know who. I know what you're saying, Shell. And so, interesting food for thought. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing me that. So here's a message for all of us. This is from the Postcards from Spirit, which is an oracle deck. Not really an oracle deck. It's just I guess it is an oracle deck. From Colette Baron Reed. I don't really think of it as an oracle deck because they're like these beautiful little postcards. They're messages that are sent forth from Spirit, and I love this. Yay! Everybody loves postcards from Spirit, right? Okay. If you're in a place where you can just close your eyes for a moment and listen. I'm one who likes to listen, with my heart. And so with my eyes closed, I feel like I can bring my heart more forward sometimes to be the real recipient of the message. Just me. Dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you. We hear you ask for guidance. But you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you again sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetable and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to others' areas of your life, and before you know, a miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. So 2 things just happened for me when I read this. One of it, when it was talking about if you knew how many strings were pulled through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. It's kind of funny because I just had a flashback of my BQH session, Beyond Quantum Healing session, last week with Crystal. And one of the releases that she did, and I didn't really understand it at the time, and I think I just got it, was something about being willing to, I have to go back and listen now, something about the program, release the program matrix. And I didn't really know what that meant, and I just got one of those nudges from Spirit that just go, here you go. Here you go. The second thing that really stood out to me is signing up to be a co-creator. You need to remember to allow the partnership. One of the things came out when I was channeling in that session was my higher self. I was channeling my higher self, and my higher self told me that it wants to be a co-creator with me, and it's there to co-create with me. Woo! I love it when shit like that happens, don't you? Wow. Okay, great. So, great reminders to listen to our guidance. I know. To listen to it, and the key is to let go. Let go, let God. Let go. Give it up. Surrender. Yes, partnership. Yeah, co-creation. Wow, it started out as kind of a sleepy Monday. It's just like, I'm just feeling very inspired right now. So I hope that was good for you guys too, that you got your own personal aha from it. Interesting. So the lawn equipment has stopped now. I guess they're done. So am I. So have a great Monday. And I will see you back here, I hope, tomorrow morning. I'm on around 7:30. That's Pacific Standard Time right now. We're actually Mountain Time, but we're in Arizona. And Arizona doesn't go on daylight savings time. And so through the summer months, we are basically the same as California time, West Coast time. So anyway, it's a little confusing. I don't know why we can't all just be the same, but, I guess we can't. Keeps us different, right? So have a wonderful day, and thank you guys for being here. And I wish you peace and blessings and a day full of love. Thank you.